Well, hey there, friends. It's Chris from the Rate the Record podcast. It's been a little while since there's been an NMR on the channel. Apologies about that. But guess what? Good news. There's one now. I'm here. 3 new songs are also here. You're here to check them out. So, hey, let's get talking about it. To anyone that pays attention to my previous NMRs, I said I was going to get a haircut and that I really didn't like the way my hair was looking and I was wearing a hat for a while. Well, guess what? I got that haircut. Pretty, right? I'm a pretty boy now. Anyways, music. So first up on the list is a band I actually did not too long ago. It's the band Health, the industrial and electronic band out of California. I usually don't like to do bands back to back so closely, but Health has been releasing a lot of music lately from the brand new upcoming album Rat Wars coming out in December. And I thought, hey, why not? You know, I really like Health. I'm more than willing to check out more of their music. I'm excited for the new album, so let's check out their new track called Unloved. Right off the back, you get this very low and consistent running synth bass, like all the way through the track, and it's so damn good. It's a really good, like, mysterious and sexy sounding tone to it too. So I really enjoy that. This has some very industrial and like gothy dance club kind of vibes to it. So if you like dancing to like much darker and more drab kind of tunes, this one's especially for you. And I mentioned previously too that, like, you know, it's got that mysterious and sexy tone to it, gothy, dark tones and everything like that. It's sad music for horny people, just like their t-shirt says too. I'm not advertising their merch or anything. I just bought this at the last time I went to go see them live, and I thought that was the most fitting thing for this note. So yes, Health merch, look at that. Isn't that cool? Sad music for horny people. That's exactly what the song is. It literally is. Overall, I think the song is a banger. I mean, I'm really digging the instrumentals here. The vocals are par for the course, so it's exactly what you would expect out of a Health track. It's rare for Health to disappoint, to be quite honest, and that's my own personal opinion. So I definitely say check this one out. It will be covered up most of the time by, like, you know, the album graphic that I put here, but I figured I'd just put it there for the remainder of the review because why not? Alright, so coming up next on the list we have the band Voodoo Dream. They're a rock band, but here's the thing, I can't really find any information about this band. I tried looking, I didn't find much beyond their Spotify, their Apple Music, and their YouTube page. I don't really know where to find them else beyond that. When I search for them on Google, I get nothing but like, oh, slot machines with the same name, or something like Voodoo Dreams by other artists and stuff like that, so I don't really know. So if anyone in the band Voodoo Dream is listening to this right now and watching this review, feel free to leave stuff down in the comments below, information, social media stuff, links, whatever. I'll allow it. Go ahead. Because I'm looking at your song Urge, so please, I urge you to leave some details down below or even message me. That's fine. I'm very curious. This is a big mystery now. And by the way, the song came up in my Spotify release radar. This is how I found it. It was just by happen chance. I just picked it randomly, decided to listen to it. Spoiler alert, I dug it, but then finding no info, so it's just very strange. This is a very weird mix of like stoner rock and that weird crossbreed of like 80s rock and metal type of blend. Like I get like touches of Judas Priest in this, if Judas Priest was like more stoner oriented. That's what I pick up from it, but you know what? That's not a bad thing at all. I actually kind of dig the tone of this. The production's really decent across this track too, which is really nice to hear. Very clean, very pounding instrumentals. I mean, like, there's just a lot to enjoy about it tonally. And I mentioned before that this song has like this like touch of like 80s rock and metal and everything like that. The bridge in this song, like after the quiet portion, that's where the 80s part really shines with the riffage, the guitar solo and everything like that. I mean, it's right up that alley, so if you like stuff like that, you're probably gonna dig this. It was a really fun track. Overall, I did enjoy it. It's nothing like super special, but like damn if it doesn't capture that like cool classic rock kind of spirit. I know other bands have done like the classic rock revival thing to varying degrees of success, but there's something about this one that really caught my eye. Even if classic rock wasn't your aim for this one, it definitely picked up on me. I enjoyed it for that reason, and you know what? I recommend it. I like this song. And finally on the list today, I have the band Fortune Child, another band that came up randomly on my release radar, never heard of them, but they're out of Jacksonville, Florida. They're a psych rock, blues rock kind of band, and they just recently dropped a brand new single. I don't know if it stands for anything. I'm sorry I couldn't find if it actually has a full title, but it's just simply called TEOTB, all capital letters, one word, so TEOTB, but I'm sure that stands for something. I am absolutely digging the grimy sounding guitars in this track. There's just something about that specific distortion tone that just really tickles my fancy. So when you kick your track off like that and the guitars are like centered around things like that, I'm gonna like it. Although granted, a whole album might be a little overkill for me, I don't know, but the idea is when I hear it in just individual songs like this, damn do I like it. There's a lot of fun syncopated riffs in this song too, because like the main riff in the verse plays through most of the song, and it's like nearly an 8.5 minute song too. But you know what, I really like that. I thought it was fun, made it a very enjoyable experience, especially because it's not just necessarily playing on like the strict beat. So that's fun. I like that. And hey, if you've been around the podcast long enough, you know how I feel about good usage of tom drums on the drums itself. Like, I mean, you could do your drum fills, that's fine. You can add them once in a while, that's fine. But when you find a good usage for them through like verses and not just choruses and stuff like that, or maybe even choruses too, that's fine. I usually praise the holy hell out of it. This song does a good job with it. The verses are full of it, and it just runs the rhythm perfectly. I think it's great. Overall, this was a banger for the most part. I mean, there's some parts that were better than others, I will say that much. There's a lot to enjoy, and tonally, it's like really pleasing to me personally, so hopefully it will be to you too, and hopefully you'll find something that you like out of it. Alright, and that's all I have to say right now. I know the reviews were a little short today, but I'm like very busy this week. It's very late at night when I'm recording this too, so I'm very tired. I apologize, but I hope you got something out of it, and if you heard these songs too and you have opinions, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm always curious to know your opinions. I know I say this every week and it just seems like a scripted, static thing to say, but I'm legitimately curious. If you have heard this song, or these songs I should say, and you got opinions, let me know down in the comments, because like I want to have these discussions. That's kind of what this channel is for. So let's do this. And of course, your opinions can also be heard if you visit ratetherecord.ca, because there's plenty of places you can voice your opinions over there. I mean, we have all of our social media links over there, all of our streaming links too, where you can leave comments on the streaming links as well, because one of them happened to be here on YouTube. Join the RTR Club if you feel like paying money to support us, completely optional, but that is an option nonetheless. Everything else is free, so don't worry about that. Request albums too, and I'm probably forgetting something, I don't know, it's very late at night, but regardless, ratetherecord.ca. So if I did forget anything, you'll find it at ratetherecord.ca. But yes, Rate the Record, that is this channel, that is us. We have a podcast. Podcast comes out every Monday, and this past Monday is no exception. We released episode 98. It was Savannah's birthday episode. She turns 35 years old. I can say that because she says it in the episode too. And she chose Nickelback and their album The State, 1999 album The State. I know Nickelback's a very controversial pick, but this is their earlier works before they went super mainstream pop rock and everything like that. So what did we think about that? Is it worth the listen? Well, I think the episode is at the very least worth a listen. You should go check that out. And that's all I got. I'm keeping this short. I gotta edit this now, and it's already very late. I'm very tired, so yeah, enjoy yourselves. Have a great evening, day, afternoon, whatever you're doing right now. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you go listen to some awesome music, and we'll see you again real soon. So take care, friends.